Hi, I'm Reggie and welcome to Read Tech. Today I'm going to do just a quick video based upon an experience that I just had. So I've got a cryptocurrency mining rig, and I ran into an issue where the operating system that I was running on it did not fully support the GPUs that I wanted to run on that mining rig. So before, it had three GTX NVIDIA GTX GPUs on it, and I was trying to add an RTX 3070 into the mix, and whenever I added it, the machine wouldn't even fully boot. So it was nice. It was NiceHash OS, which is based on Linux, and I've heard that there's some issues with the NVIDIA RTX driver. So I decided to go ahead and install Windows and run NiceHash QuickMiner on that. On top of having additional compatibility based upon the Windows drivers, NiceHash QuickMiner on Windows also gets better hash rates. So you basically end up making more money. I think the difference that I've seen thus far is about 10 to 15% more. So that's actually another thing that makes it completely worth it to buy the Windows license and go ahead and set that whole thing up. But so then enter the issue of getting Windows on that machine. So in the past, I've used the Microsoft Media Creation tool, and I've had a very poor success rate. And unfortunately, in this instance, once again, this thing just did not work properly for me. So it was pretty terrible. I ended up trying like 3 different flash drives, I think it was, and just it was not working properly. So basically, I remembered, like, hold on. In the past, when I've had this issue, and I don't do this very often, but in the past when I've had these types of issues with either incompatible flash drives or just weird flash drive USB port combinations, I've used a tool called Rufus. I was like, oh my gosh, totally forgot about Rufus. I probably should have used Rufus from the jump, but I just didn't think about it because I was like, I'll just download the media creation tool, it'll just work. And it didn't. So I ended up using Rufus, and it worked the very first time that I tried it. It's absolutely amazing. So I thought, hey, let's do a quick video on Rufus. So basically, this is Rufus. It is a tool for creating bootable USB drives. It is set up for basically moving almost any ISO image to a USB device, usually for install media. You could probably also use it for like a Linux Live disk as well, but or flash drive as well, but usually it's for installation media. It's pretty straightforward. So I've already downloaded it, and when you run it, basically looks exactly like the web page. Oh, let's get that back. Okay, so I've got a 32 gig flash drive in there now. So the first thing you do is you select the flash drive that you want to use. Then you select the ISO image that you would like to use for the creation. So this is the Windows ISO that gets created from the media creation tool. You open that. You select the, this is even better. This was a new option. So regular Windows installation versus Windows to go. So I use regular, the standard Windows installation. I think I used master boot record because it's a lot simpler, and that sets it to BIOS or UEFI. So the machine that I'm installing this on is an older AMD system, and it is probably 8 or 9 years old. So for the most part, if you have a reasonably modern system, UEFI is probably going to work for you. And once that's done, you basically just click start. I'm not going to do it for this to go through the entire process, but basically it'll do a quick format on the USB drive, and it will apply the ISO image file system to the USB device that you select. And there's got to be something in the way that Rufus actually writes the data to the flash drive, because it seems to be the most compatible way that I've found to create bootable Linux or Windows installation media. It just works really great, and it's super consistent. And that's pretty much it. So just to round things out, for the media creation tool, when you run it basically is the tool that you can download directly from Microsoft, and I'll include links for both Rufus and for the Microsoft Media Creation tool. But we go ahead and select the license terms here. Like I said, I have about a 40% success rate in creating USB bootable media directly from this tool. And I should have done this from the beginning. So this is how you get the Windows ISO image. So you select create installation media, do next. Like I said, it's an older, the machine that I was using is an older AMD 64 system. Almost all modern processors these days, Intel or AMD, are going to be 64-bit. So you're probably going to just want to, keep the defaults here with the x64. You do next, and here's the thing that you change. Instead of creating the flash drive directly, you select ISO file, and you click next, and it downloads, the appropriate bits to create the ISO image, and then creates the ISO image on your system. And then you use Rufus, like I showed previously, to go ahead and burn your USB flash drive. And this is almost a, unless you have some sort of other major issues going on with your system, this is probably going to work for you way better than the media creation tool directly. Now, one thing that I will add is a shout out to Microsoft. So as you can see here, we've got media creation tool 21H1. So this is the latest version of Windows. So you can download this version of the latest version of the media creation tool, and you basically will have an up-to-date Windows system right out of the box. It's not like the old days where you had retail media where you'd put it in, and then you'd have to, you install it, and then you'd have to go through, hours and hours and hours worth of updates to get it up to date. I know there were instances where I was even afraid that, I was going to potentially get a Trojan in the process of, fixing holes that were patched with some of these updates. So, but that's basically it. If you have any questions about this or anything else tech, other videos that you'd like to see, leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you usually within a day, unless something's crazy that's going on. But I appreciate you watching and supporting the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.